In today's video, we're going to learn how to master crypto in 2024.
Yeah, so we're going to look at what cryptocurrencies are. We're going to look at Bitcoin, Ethereum, other coins in the space. We're going to look at the technical nature of blockchain. So if any of these subjects interest you, we'll have the chapters below that you can skip around to. If not, we'd love if you'd stick around and watch throughout the whole video with us. Cryptocurrencies are digital currencies that utilize cryptography to secure transactions, meaning that it's really hard to counterfeit. So unlike currencies issued by governments, which are known as fiat currencies, cryptocurrencies use blockchain technology to record all these transactions on a distributed ledger across a network of computers. We'll talk about blockchain more towards the end of the video, though.
I'm sure most of you have seen the parabolic price action that Bitcoin has had over the last month or so. It just reached an all-time high, but that's not why we're going to be talking about Bitcoin today. We're going to dive into what Bitcoin is and the three things that makes Bitcoin the king of crypto.
Bitcoin was created by someone called Satoshi Nakamoto. To this day, we're not sure who he is. Satoshi Nakamoto is actually just a pseudonym, but there are some inclinations as to who he might be. But regardless, the white paper was posted in 2008 and Bitcoin was released in 2009 to the public. This means that it has what's called first mover advantage, meaning it's the first cryptocurrency to the market and therefore has a stronger price action because of that.
Yes, and that leads us into the three principles of what makes Bitcoin so strong. The first one is decentralization. Decentralization is when one person doesn't have more power over it than another. So, how does Bitcoin decentralized? Satoshi Nakamoto did this on purpose by making sure that he was anonymous. There's not one person that has emotion or ego that can change the route of how Bitcoin is operated. There are principles that were started, that were hardwired into Bitcoin in 2008, and they're still in effect today. If it wasn't decentralized, this could have changed the way that a bunch of companies changed their core principles at the beginning.
And the next important thing is scarcity. So there's only 21 million coins that could ever be mined, and currently there's already 20 million of those. But this is why it's called a hedge against inflation. Governments are able to keep on printing money, and the people who already own that money are paying what's called an inflation tax because they don't get to receive that new money that's printed, but they have to pay more for goods and services. This does not happen with Bitcoin. Supply and demand is completely separate from any government market. This is why it's decentralized, and this is why the scarcity is so important.
Bitcoin's nickname is liquid gold. So the whole idea behind gold backing governments is the same principle of what Bitcoin could do in the future. But a big problem with gold is that it was very difficult to transfer from country to country or place to place. If you have the access to the internet, you can have access to Bitcoin. It's a huge component of it, and that makes it so revolutionary.
So that's all we're going to cover about Bitcoin today. But next week, we actually have a video being released where we dive deeper into Bitcoin. We also talk about something called the Bitcoin halving, which is an event that's happening really soon. So we really think that you guys should watch that video. So we'd love if you'd subscribe, turn on post notifications so that you can be here as soon as that video is out.
And that leads us right into Ethereum. Ethereum is this number 2 in line in the crypto space, and it's there for good reason. It was founded in July of 2015 by Vitalik Buterin, and it's been a fantastic coin in the space ever since.
In 2022, Ethereum switched from Ethereum 1.0 to Ethereum 2.0. This meant that they moved on from the proof of work consensus algorithm that coins like Bitcoin uses to proof of stake. Proof of stake is much better for the environment, but I'll talk more about consensus algorithms and why proof of stake is better for the environment in the blockchain part of the video towards the end.
While Bitcoin serves as digital gold, Ethereum has a whole nother purpose. Ethereum's main goal is to serve as a network to facilitate decentralized apps and smart contracts.
And this is why Ethereum is called a decentralized computer. So software developers are able to build upon the Ethereum network and use the computer for their applications so that everything that occurs in that application is verifiable using the Ethereum blockchain. And in order to use this computer, you have to pay something called gas fees, which is basically fees to use that network, and it's paid in Ethereum, the coin. And for this reason, the entire NFT ecosystem was built upon the Ethereum blockchain. So an NFT is a non-fungible token. So if I give you a dollar bill, you can give me a different physical dollar bill back and it's equal in value. However, if I give you an NFT, so it's a picture of, like some random character cartoon, and you give me something that looks the same, but isn't actually identical according to the Ethereum blockchain, it's not going to be worth the same value. So these are called smart contracts, and this is what was being built on the Ethereum blockchain and allowed NFT users to trade NFTs freely.
So yes, it's very important to remember that despite Bitcoin and Ethereum being 1 and 2 in the market cap of crypto, they're not necessarily competitors. Bitcoin has a totally different purpose, and its purpose is to act as gold. Act for that backing for governments. And then Ethereum is that network for smart contracts and decentralized apps.
However, there still are competitors to Bitcoin and Ethereum. So these are called altcoins. And there are many altcoins that have some validity in this particular space. They're just not being used very widespread yet. So the ones that we're going to look at real quick today are Cardano, Solana, and XRP.
Cardano is a top 10 coin on the market, and it stands out for its research-driven approach. It has its commitment to sustainability and makes sure it focuses on being eco-friendly.
We also have Solana, which offers unparalleled transaction speeds and scalability using what's called a proof of history consensus algorithm. So it sets itself apart as one of the fastest and cheapest blockchains because of these reasons.
And finally, we have XRP. XRP has had its fair share of attention in the media with its drama with the SEC, but it focuses on facilitating instant and low-cost international money transfers. It serves as a mediator for currency for both fiat and cryptocurrency on its own Ripple network. As you continue looking down the charts, you're going to end up finding a meme coin. Some that might come to mind immediately are Dogecoin or Shiba Inu, and these coins have nothing that are backing them, except maybe a tweet from Elon Musk. What these meme coins really do is they show the volume of how strong the crypto space is. Shiba and Dogecoin combine for a $40 billion market cap. That volume is absolutely insane, and it's just kind of crazy to think that these coins have nothing backing them and they're that massive.
And on the polar end of these super volatile meme coins, we have stablecoins. So stablecoins use a one-to-one reserve system in that for every single dollar that is issued by a stablecoin, the company is supposed to have $1 in its reserves. So the main companies that we have are Tether Limited with USDT, which is the most popular stablecoin. And then we also have USDC with Circle, which is in collaboration with Coinbase. But both coins have been able to stay tied to the dollar extremely closely.
And all of this leads us up to the big question of how does this work? We're going to talk about the blockchain and how it enables cryptocurrencies to work the way they do with proof of work and proof of stake.
Proof of work is where a computer is constantly trying to solve a hashing algorithm, basically like this puzzle. And if it's able to solve that puzzle, it gets awarded a coin for verifying that block. We also have proof of stake, which is based off of ownership of the coin. That's how the coin is then distributed. And if there is a fake transaction trying to be made, you will be punished financially. So that's how it differs. Proof of work uses a lot of computational power. This is why we've heard a lot about proof of work being bad for the environment, or Bitcoin being bad for the environment, and proof of stake with Ethereum 2.0 being much better for the environment than its previous consensus algorithm.
That's a good summary on what the blockchain is and how it kind of operates, but we can definitely dive into the blockchain and what that looks like more in depth in another video one day. But this is what crypto is looking like in 2024. We've covered a bunch of bases. Next week, like we said, we're going to dive even more into Bitcoin, into the big event that's happening with the halving, and talk all about that. But we're very excited to see you guys. Turn on those post notifications. Talk to us in the comments. Talk to us about your favorite crypto coin and what you're thinking about.
Yeah, no, like Alex said, just to reiterate, we're really excited for next week's video. It's very timely, and so we think it's important that you guys check in and watch that video. So we end this off in a traditional way. So what is onces plus onces?
Yep, that's going to be
Deuces.